My name is Simran Balani, and I am live with the team ECDF, and we are here to talk about Sphere of Influences, which is happening on 12th of February, and it is not possible you have not heard of it, right? So this event is bringing together educationists, young voices around the world. And you know what this reminds me? It reminds me of making the magic happen. Magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. And if somebody walks the talk, it's Dr. Wasavi, who is the brain behind all of this, the vision, the mission, and making this magic happen. Sphere of Influences is bringing together educators around the globe in just one day, and also the young voices first time in the early childhood education arena. A very warm welcome to you, Dr. Wasavi. Tell us, how do you make this magic happen?
Thank you, Simran. And well, the sphere of influence is basically a platform of the, for the, and by the educators, education leaders, uh, early childhood experts, child rights activists, and stakeholders that also include a vast pool of the young minds, right? So if I think of, how we came, how I came to conceive this whole idea of the sphere of influence. See, there were a lot of things that happened during the lockdown, right? And like 2020 has been really a year of learning. But post lockdown, now that we are not in a lockdown period, I was just sitting back and thinking, what was the what was the best thing that happened? And I feel the connection that we develop with educators, education leaders, parents, and stakeholders worldwide, cutting all the barriers, transcending in fact, moving from one part of the globe to the other online, and getting everybody together on one platform was something that was so wonderful that happened, at that point of time. And I feel that now that since we are more mobile, we are now all back to our work, back to our own circle of people. I feel that this needs to keep going on, and we need to keep fortifying this kind of community that has come up.
Yes. So,
So
so
that
tell us.
that's
Yes. Sorry, I lost you that last bit. Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, so this is what basically SOI is all about: getting everybody on one platform, and interacting, learning, sharing, and adding to our experiences.
Superb. And see, for me, when I look at this whole event coming up together, and you guys have been promoting it such a big time, and it is not only the thing that it is bringing all these educators together, it is also giving them the visibility. So you've created a platform where in a day you're brought together 92 speakers. That is nothing less than a magic in an era where we have been having webinar fatigues. That's why I called. You're making it the magic happen. Tell us who it is for. What is your audience like, and what was the kind of a vision that got you to this point?
See, basically, when I think about the sphere of influence, and if we talk about the audience, it's all the educators all over the world, the parents, and people who are working with children in the early years, right? So, everybody who is working in this domain or in this arena, they can come in, because I feel that when 92 speakers, including the young voices who are the future of this world, when they talk, when they voice out, when they are sharing their experiences, uh, I feel there's a lot of learning, and also there's a lot of takeaways. Plus, when we are when life is all about learning, so when we are listening to so many people talk on different subjects, various subjects we have chosen to discuss in this sphere of influence, like what are the positive environments, I mean, how children can, how can they learn even outside the classroom, and how parents can become as collaborators, how they can be more effective, as parents, why the children need to be future proofed, why socio emotional well-being should be our top priority. So these kind of different topics that the speakers will be talking about actually will enable everybody who is on that platform on not that day to have a fresh insight on these subjects, and we can all have lot of exchange of ideas.
Correct. So I know you have been brainstorming on the topics that these educators and these early years topics are there, which are going to be useful. Which are your top three or four that you would say are something which is like really crucial, which parents shouldn't miss? Like one that I can think top of my head is parent as collaborator. That is something that they should definitely
Yes.
attend, right?
Yes, parent as collaborators. We have this wonderful early childhood environment.
Yes,
Wonderful early childhood environment does not only include what we are doing with them in the school, but what we are doing as parents. What are we giving them? What is the kind of
correct,
exposure? What is how they can be, encouraged to ask questions.
right,
And another very important topic I feel is the content development, because there's a lot of
okay,
shift. There's a lot of shift in learning, in teaching, in all these methodologies and approaches, and
right,
it's a vast subject. And I feel that is that is very important topic. And there's so many that are lined up. Very very interesting topics. So even inclusive education,
yeah,
that has been a very very pertinent thing, and so many schools are having inclusive education. So how we need to look into that?
yeah,
Child rights and protection. Child rights and
absolutely,
protection
yes,
essentially is important for the parents to understand, and even the children to understand their own rights and how they should be protected. I mean,
correct.
very
Correct.
important.
And then this is something usually what happens when such conferences are happening. Usually it is always the educators or the school owners or the teachers or budding school educationists who are going to be there one day are the ones who are attending. But I think there is a paradigm shift, and especially this SOI needs parents also to be as a part of this whole audience, because there is so much for their children that we are talking about, right? It is all about their children that we are talking about. What are the new
Absolutely.
processes coming? And the good thing about your SOI is that you've got people around the globe, and like literally around the globe. I mean, I'm sure people are watching the creatives and the videos are viral everywhere. And it is getting perspective not just from India or from Malaysia or from Indonesia, but it is truly, and that's how it is spaced out. So wonderful job, and I think your team rocks with the kind of creatives you're doing, the kind of mileage you're giving, and especially young voices. I mean, who would have thought that? Like giving them, we always talk. I remember you telling me this. We always talk about early years. Why don't we tell these children to talk about the education, their learning experiences in pandemic? Like it is just phenomenal day. That is what I can say in short. Anything else that you would like to add before we close this and before we tell the audience who, what, and why to attend SOI? Any last word?
Well, Simran, yes, when you talk about the young voices,
Mm,
we actually need to give them a platform to voice their opinions. Uh, Most particularly in India, we treat children as children, and even when we are grown up, we are treated as children most of the time.
yes,
So we need to give them that voice. We need to give them that platform where they can come in, where they can talk, where they can share their experiences, where they can actually say what they want or how they feel or what is the whole perspective, right? So that is why I came with this concept of young voices in this platform, where for the first time we'll be hearing young ones talking about their experiences in pandemic, what they think about online education delivery, what is their take on child rights and protection, and why they think that resilience and coping skills are so necessary in life. That is what we've been learning as adults, right? So I think these young voices are the future of the world, and we actually, uh, and I feel that this is going to be a huge step towards bringing their perspective on the table, and I feel the SOI is going to be a step forward towards the ECCE revolution that is happening in every corner of this world, Simran.
Yes, absolutely. And I have been talking to parents whose children are attending as young voices, and they are overjoyed, they're thrilled, they're excited. And you know what? They tell me, why don't you thank ECDF from us? Because they have given our child this kind of a platform. And one of the youngest speaker, the parents are also informing the school. So, like, imagine the visibility that child is getting, which he or she wouldn't have got otherwise. So, I believe that this is going to be such a truly learning experience also, even as educators who are going to speak in this forum. So I think this, as I said, I will close again with that same note, that you truly are making the magic happen. And you are like so passionate about this, that you have events planned which are meaningful, which are going to be a huge learning experience for everybody. And it is like a it is a futuristic step forward in the ECE revolution, right? Did I put it up correct?
Simran, that's very nice, very kind words. And let us keep doing this. And you've
Yes.
been a part of this team, and very, very insightful at times. When we discuss stuff. So I think we need to keep this going.
Sure, absolutely. So, once again, who should attend? We invite all the early year educators, parents, most importantly, those related to the domain of early childhood education, and also the young ones. So, if your buddy is talking, please do join, and it would be definitely an enriching experience. Register in the link given in all our ECDF creatives that are coming out. It is on our Facebook page. And if you need information, do contact us. Do like us on FB and Insta. And we look forward to seeing you on 12th of Feb, sharp at 10 a.m. Indian Standard Time. This is Simran Balani signing off with Dr. Vasavi Acharya. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye bye. See you all. Bye bye.